You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Young and the Restless fans, I've got your early weekly spoilers for August 18th through the 22nd. Billy is in betrayal mode and Victor is erupting with rage. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following us, hit that subscribe button. And as we always do on Early Edition Day, we start with what's coming the rest of this week. Then we're going to dive into what's ahead next week. So Wednesday, August 13th, we've got Nick and Adam talking about Kane allying with Phyllis and Billy, and Adam says all of them dislike Victor and they all want Chancellor. Then Victor joins the conversation and he says Phyllis is a shark, but Nick kind of defends her, saying she wouldn't hurt Summer, who is part of Jabot, which is part of, because of Marchetti. But Victor blames Kyle and says that he tricked Summer into bringing Marchetti into Jabot, but Nick's like, that's not how that happened. Victor thinks the Abbotts have brainwashed Nick, and Victor is ranting about Kyle, and Adam says, this is enough. Let's just focus on Kane. So Victor tells Adam to run the Duma is Kane story at Newman Media. Victoria comes in and kicks her brothers out so she can talk to Victor. She calls her dad low for using Audra to try and split Claire and Kyle. Victoria says this is just like what Victor kept pulling with all her relationships over the years. Victor, of course, is unapologetic and says he doesn't want Kyle to break Claire's heart. But Victoria says Victor is the one breaking Claire's heart, not Kyle. And Victoria says that her dad is poisoned by his bad history with the Abbotts, and she begs him to stop this vendetta against Kyle before he loses Claire forever. Victor sighs and hugs Victoria. However, he doesn't promise to stop. So we'll see. Jack meets with Kane, who says he's not a threat to Jack, and he feels really bad about what Carter did over in France. Jack wants to know Kane's intentions, and he asks Jack about buying him out of Abbott.com, and he wants to know why Kane even wants into it, and he tells Jack it's a good investment, but he refuses to do any transactions with Kane and tells him just leave town now. And of course Kane refuses and says he is going to be working with Billy, and Jack says all this plotting isn't going to help you win back Lily, and that really ticks Kane off, who snaps that he is not leaving Genoa City. Jack advises Kane, be careful about all the enemies you're making, and just ends the conversation. Sally talks to a stressed out Billy, who is very worried about Kane going after Jabot, and Sally warns him that these games he's playing is going to have the Abbott family seeing Billy as a betrayer, but he thinks he can actually get Chancellor back without using Kane. But at the same time, Billy says Jack wants him to work with Kane and basically be a spy, and Sally thinks all this is a bad idea. Billy is very annoyed that his mom Jill is on Kane's side, and he's telling Sally again, if I get Chancellor back, you can run Abbott.com. But Sally isn't impressed by Billy leaving her dangling like that, so he relents, and Billy agrees that Sally can go ahead and run Abbott.com from the get-go. She wants to start out with the Duma is Kane reveal. So it's going to be very interesting to see if Abbott.com breaks the story or Newman Media is first out with it, because that's going to set off a little war there. Jack tells Diane they need to prepare for war with Kane, and Jack is very worried about it being super risky to rely on Billy as a spy that won't turn around and betray the family. Jack thinks if Kane can't get Lily to love him, then Kane may just focus on burning everything down and making everybody else hate him. That sounds kind of accurate. Nick goes with Adam over to the coffee shop, and they talk about why Victoria was there, and they know it's about Victor targeting Kyle. And Nick and Adam are kind of laughing because their dad has interfered in all their relationships. It's kind of a Newman rite of passage. Billy shows up. Adam asks why he's even working with Kane, and Billy asks why they care. Nick says a lot of other people think Billy's stupid, but Nick doesn't, so he's just wondering why Billy is in with him. The three guys are bickering, and Billy reminds them their dad Victor embarrassed him and snatched Chancellor as a gift for Nikki. He makes it clear he wants it back. Nick gets mad. He's physically threatening Billy. Adam says he's not worth it. Billy says he is worth it because Victor keeps failing to knock him down. Billy calls them bullies, and he promises that Victor is going to have nothing left once he's done with their dad. He goes, and Nick thanks Adam for talking him down. They have their confirmation that Kane and Billy are working together, and Kane calls Lily to say he's sorry, he missed her, and thinks they need to get together and talk. On Thursday, August 14th, Nick is all in on Victor's plot to take down an enemy. Obviously, it's Kane and Billy. Nick is done playing nice after this. Daniel confides in his dad, Danny, that he's got these growing feelings for Tessa. It's shifting from friendship to something more. Christine needs a favor from Lauren. I'm sure it's wedding related, maybe maid of honor, maybe a dress, maybe both. Friday, August 15th, we're going to wrap up the week of Young and the Restless with Sharon seeing another side to Nick. He's being a lot more volatile and kind of violent lately. Maybe Sharon will find it hot. I certainly do. Aggressive Nick is a very sexy Nick to me. Victoria gets a visit at the tack house from Billy. I'm sure he's there to warn her he's about to go to war with Victor. Kane makes a vow to Lily, and I wonder if Kane's going to promise Lily she can trust him. They're talking on his train car that just arrived in town. Adam is done being patient when it comes to Chelsea being loyal to Billy. Adam is just over it after that nasty run-in with Billy, who's made it very clear he's conspiring with Kane to come after all of them. He is going to push Chelsea to side with the family. Nick and Sharon cross paths with Chelsea and Adam this week at Crimson Lights. The brothers are on the same page. Sharon's probably right there with them, so I wonder if Chelsea is going to get on board as well. The week of August 18th through the 22nd, Christine's busy wedding planning for her and Danny's nuptials. I doubt that Christine and Danny are going to have a long engagement. They should be getting married here within the next month or two. I hope she's arranging for security because Phyllis may show up and make trouble. Lily moves forward with her plot to con Kane. Victor suggested she stick close to him. That's what she's doing. It's kind of funny that Victor has Lily spying and Jack has Billy spying, and I don't think Jack and Victor are going to get what they want out of this. Billy is supposed to be this inside man with Kane, but I do think he's so angry at Victor that he's not going to be a good spy. Billy's going to be all in, but I think he is going to try to get Kane to focus on Newman and not Jabot. Tessa and Daniel's bond keeps growing. Big challenges ahead for Chelsea and Adam unless Chelsea realizes she's got to cut Billy loose. Audra is desperate to hang on to Nate, but Claire is going to tell Nate everything Audra has been up to, and Kane is more intent than ever on ruining Victor.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.